Welcome to Education Exchange on Channel 18 Public Access TV and Channel 21 Education Channel. This is your favorite program, ladies and gentlemen, all over the stations, all over the cable and the non-cable and the satellite and YouTube. So we welcome today Longfellow Elementary School, represented by Kelly, Lucas, and Logan. Our stars today in the show are going to talk about their project, a very successful project, the school garden. And I would start with you, Kelly.
Okay.
And tell me how you started the project and who is participating in it, and the role of this star, the leader, sitting between us in the center, will come after you make the introduction.
All right. Well, the Longfellow Garden has been going for I think about 5 years, so before I came to Longfellow, and it was started by some parents and staff. And last year I took a school gardening training workshop, and that kind of naturally guided me into the role of somewhat coordinating the garden along with some parents in our district. My class takes probably a bigger role in the garden than the other ones. We do a lot of the planting, the maintenance, the harvesting, the preparing, and the serving of the food, but we do have other classrooms that also do some planting. We have 5 raised beds in the back of the school, 4 by 10 beds, and we have a big butterfly garden back there as well. And we grow a variety of different things back there and try to bring our classes out there to learn about gardening and about planting a garden and eating good food. And we try to bring some of that food into the school and serve it to the students as well.
How many students are involved in this project, Logan?
20, and including the rest of the school.
And how do you select them? I mean, do you go and talk about it to various classes and say, nominate some of you to participate, or the teacher? How do you select people to participate in this?
Well, mainly it's everybody is involved, but sometimes people will volunteer or get picked to go out and garden or water the plants or plant them.
I am asking you this question because I'm looking for the leadership part in any project, because as you well know, when you have a project, you need some people to guide others. So how many leaders are there? If everybody's involved, everybody cannot be a leader, right? You agree?
Well, I would say the leaders are soil mates for sponsoring our garden and Mrs. Lucas for our class. And no, not really any student leaders. I mean, Mr. Pizarnik, our principal.
And he's involved in everything, I know that.
Well,
pretty much so. Right?
yeah, I guess.
Kelly, now let me ask you, I have known Logan when he was a little kid. His father works in the food industry and his mother works in the art world. So this, I think, would probably initiate in my mind a question about gardening, because gardening is not only planting things. It has a lot of design, a lot of aesthetics, a lot of beautification of the place and all that. Do you think that you're living with your dad, who knows about food more than me, at least, and your mom, who is a great artist, do you think that this had influenced you somehow?
Well, actually, very much so, because with the gardening, my dad, since he sells vegetables, fruits, all sort of produce, and then meats and all of that. I think that helps with the planting and understanding how important that all is. Such as, like, there's this really great sign at his store, "Shake the hand that feeds you," which I find very nice. And so if you actually get to plant some of the food, and if you ever get involved in a real farm, etc., you can be one of those people. And then with my mom, you get to see all of the plants start out as just little seeds and grow into forests, gardens, crops, everything. And I think that's how it influences me.
And of course that probably initiate in your mind a lot about science, right? Vitamins, organic, non-organic. Can you simplify to our audience what's the difference between organic and non-organic?
Well, organic is more of the, well, non-organic, I'd probably start with.
Yes.
I would put that into sprayed stuff sprayed with
insecticides and pesticides and all that.
I mean, it's good for like not getting all that, the insects and stuff, but I wouldn't say it's the best for the plant because the chemicals that go into that. And an organic is grown near you naturally. And if it's organic meat, that would be the animals are being fed well, being kept in
Special environment.
special environment, not a small little cage. I'd just say that helps with the quality of how it works.
So do we, when we have these pesticides and insecticides and things like that, do we really lose a lot of nutrients, right? Mainly, but if we don't use them, do we lose the crops itself? I mean,
Well,
there is a lot of waste, like the insects can kill some of the fruit or can eat some of the leaves.
well, I think it's all very important because the food itself should be kept free from, like, the edible to what we consume should be kept free from most insects. But then again, the insects need to eat something, and because other stuff eats the insects, and then other things eat that.
Circle,
just
right.
circle. Yeah.
Circle of life.
A chain.
Yeah. Kelly, now you are a sixth grade teacher, right?
Yes.
Do you enjoy what you're doing now? Does it take you away from your classroom? Focus on this, or it is an extracurricular activity?
We find ways to meld it with the things we're doing in the classroom. Like, for example, like right now we have we have some plants started in the room, especially because it's been so cold outside. So we started a lot of things in the classroom, and that's something that we could do in just 5 or 10 minutes. Took very little time, and then the kids get to have the responsibility of watering and taking care of it. And that's like any other classroom job that we have, taking the lunch tub down or, whatever. So I think that it just kind of fits in really well with the classroom. When we do have a plant unit that we've done where we talk a lot about pollination. We talk about that again with the garden. So we try to kind of make it just seamlessly fit into the things that we do. And when we have some free time and we do get to go outside to the garden, it's almost incorporated into like recess. The kids like to go out. They loved digging up potatoes this fall. I mean, that was probably one of the highlights of the garden for most of them. It was like a treasure hunt. So we really try to just incorporate it into every day. And we also, this year, we talked a lot about like service learning and, you know, what are you doing to give back to your community. And one of the things that we decided to do to incorporate that into our classroom is to grow things that we could over the summer donate that produce to like the crisis center. So I think we're taking a lot of lessons and weaving it into the garden in the classroom, and it kind of brings it all together nicely for us.
Well, this branches out into various outreach to the community and to the needy and all that. That is very impressive.
And we have a lot of community involvement with the garden over the summer as well. We have, you know, students and parents who will come in over the summer and help us take care of the garden. Our summer program also helps us with the watering. So we've been able to pull a lot of people together to help out with it. And I think that that's, anytime you can do that in a school, that's a good thing.
So do you think, Logan and you, Kelly, do you think that you can write down this so that other schools may use it as a curriculum?
We actually even have, they do make curriculum for school gardens, and we actually have one at our school. It's beginning to be such a big thing. So many schools, especially in Iowa City School District, that have gardens, and we get together regularly and share those kind of things. And there are a lot of those resources, but I do think we all have so much knowledge from this that if we could pool that knowledge, it would help other people start school gardens.
So tell me about the crops that you plant there. I know that, for instance, in Tate, they have lettuce and they have strawberries. They have mainly fruit and vegetables, you know, that are, you know, consumed by kids during lunchtime, especially when they do the harvest, you know. So they eat from their garden too. Do you have certain crops that you plant there?
One of the ones that's been the most popular was the potatoes, because last year was the first year that we did that, but the kids were pretty excited about doing it again. The kids planted them last year, and then this fall when we came back, they dug them up, they prepared them, they cooked them, they served them up down in the cafeteria. The kids brought the food down and walked around and handed it out, and that was awesome. So we decided to do the potatoes again this year. Last year we did some pumpkins and gourds and tomatoes and corn. This year we're doing tomatoes again. We like to serve those at our back to school night. And then we're also doing strawberries, peppers, onions, peas, cucumbers.
Oh, that's
anything else that I forgot, Logan?
A big list, yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm probably missing something.
Yeah.
We have a lot
kale.
of stuff. Yeah.
Kale too. And this is a good part of the activities, especially when you talk about how this can be translated into community service and outreach for donations and so forth. Now, can I ask you about the credit? What kind of credit kids get out of this? I mean, is it like curriculum? Does it go to the science credit? Does it go to math credit?
It's not really tied to anything.
Oh.
It's just almost like extracurricular in a way, but it's just kind of something that adds to, it adds to our science a little bit. It adds to math a little bit when we do the planning, but it's not specifically tied to any grades or anything like that.
Where are you going from here? What is the next step now?
I think that right now, our goal is to make our garden a little bit more green, a little bit more sustainable. One of the things that we're working on right now is we don't have a good water source near our garden, and one of the things that we're working on right now is getting a better way to collect water and just making our garden a little bit more efficient. I don't think we're quite jumping into expanding yet. We're trying to manage what we have. And coming up in the next month, we're getting a pretty cool watering system with some freestanding rain barrels because we don't have gutters, with rain saucers on the top to collect rain, and timers and soaker hoses, so we don't have to rely on getting water from the school and taking it over to the garden. This way we can use rainwater. So I think kind of more that sustainability kind of thing, being a little bit more green in the garden is where we focus a lot of our attention right now.
Tell me something about the butterflies, Carla.
Well, the butterfly garden was before our school garden, I believe, and that was a public thing where people could just go and see the plants and especially the main occasion, the butterflies. And I remember in a younger grade, we actually got to take care of butterflies while they were caterpillars. And then when they hatch from their cocoons, we actually got to let them out and into the butterfly garden. And that's really, it's just a nice place to hang out at.
Especially when the weather is good.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you can use it for the art too. I mean, you can start making some drawings.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's really pretty. We had in Iowa City here a couple of years ago, Mr. Jim LaRue, who was active in the science club. Let's say it was called the Science Center of Iowa City, and his project of having a big butterfly garden downtown Iowa City. So it was really wonderful. And we have had hundreds of people coming, taking pictures inside and making drawings inside and watching the whole circle, how it goes. It was wonderful. So now, talk to me a little bit about yourself. What are your aspirations in life, Logan?
Well, with the gardening, I do really enjoy gardening. We have a garden at our house. We have a lot of the same stuff at our school garden as we do at our garden, yet we have a lot of different things. We grow lettuce, tomato, my dad grows peppers, we got broccoli, corn, pumpkin, watermelon, flowers, all of that. And I really enjoy that, and I really like how the system works with all the ocean water. It goes into the rain, and then all of that big stuff surprisingly goes into Iowa, which is so much further from the ocean. And I just like how the whole system works with the sunlight and the water and the soil.
So you're thinking of a future that focuses on the scientific part of agriculture, right?
Well, yeah. And I'm really interested in that, and I do somewhat study that. I mean, the times I've gone scuba diving, I get to learn a little bit about that, which is fun, except for I don't really get to do that much. And I read a lot about natural and like just controlled science, and I just find it really interesting.
How old are you now?
12.
Wow, you're pretty mature for a 12-year old young man. That you have to be very proud of yourself. And so you have a plan for the future too. You know, it happens frequently when I ask kids this question. I say, "What are your aspirations?" "I don't know. I'm still little. I don't know. I don't have a plan." But it is very good that you have a target in your life, so you have an aim to work for.
Yeah.
And that's really wonderful. Kelly, now I will jump a little bit away from the garden into the Longfellow as a school.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've been watching your fabulous website, and I see Mr. Chris Pizarnik doing his show. And this show is broadcast to all classes every day, or what?
They post it on the website, and then the classrooms watch it, and that's one way that Mr. Pizarnik shares with us up-and-coming events. Sometimes we get to even see our own students showcased on his broadcast, and it's just a place where he can share with us what's coming up in the next week.
So he uses it for announcements as well as introducing his staff and kids, right? It's a very successful, and I urge our audience to go to the website of Longfellow and watch this, because it's really intriguing. Live transmission, I think, or he tapes it, right?
Yes, they tape it.
They tape it. So you have kind of library of all those episodes, right?
Yep.
What else is going on in Longfellow? I know that you have an art show coming in April.
Yes, I think
maybe
that's
next week.
Our next big thing is our art show
25th,
coming up.
yep.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff going on there. I know there's going to be a puppet show and a lot of great art displayed. So it should be a good
And
time.
who is doing this?
I know that's put on in part by like our art teacher, and then also
Who's your art
parent
teacher?
volunteers. Miss Quintero,
Yeah.
am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, is that a local art show for the school, or everybody's invited? You know, like people come from all over, or just for parents and kids?
It's the student art that's exhibited, but obviously, if other people want to come in and take a look at the art, I know a lot of students have family that come in and check it out. People from the community.
Do you do art too?
Yeah, a lot.
Tell me about it.
Well, since my mom's an art teacher, I get a lot of the stuff from her, and I really enjoy drawing. I just sketch. I'm not very good at paint, though. I've never really been too good with paint.
Well, painting is based mainly on drawing. I mean, you got to be a good drawer in order to be a good painter. So drawing is basic, And that's what kind of drawing, of painting, of drawing you do?
Well,
Like faces, like nature, landscape, cityscape, buildings. What kind of your interest?
well, I'm interested in architecture,
Oh,
but mostly I like to just doodle. I draw all sorts of stuff. I mean,
not superheroes, huh?
nah. I mean, I like copying off some of my comic books, but
Do you read comic books too?
yeah, I got a drawing in my pocket. If you want to see that,
Sure. I'd like you to share.
it's a pretty funny one.
You are a good model for our students in Iowa City. Oh wow,
Just a little doodle.
this was not prepared in our script or anything, and I don't know if you can you get this close. You see the guy here, this guy?
It's from
Yeah, like
Spiderwick Chronicles, which I'm currently reading.
Oh wow, and this is just pencil drawing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. I'm trying to center it in the middle of the screen. Oh, good. And we have audience here, right? We
Yeah.
have a studio audience. So you have to be very proud of yourself, Logan. And do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have my sister Alice. She is 17-year-old, and then I have
She goes to school here. She finished school
she's graduating high school.
this year.
Yeah, and then I have a brother who's graduating college, too, and he wants to be a math teacher. He's 22.
In Iowa City, or
I'm not sure exactly, but yeah,
he wants to be a teacher. You're not sure if it's in Iowa City or somewhere else, right?
I think it's West Branch or
Oh.
West Liberty.
Okay.
I don't know.
But he wants to be a teacher.
Yeah,
That's wonderful. Kelly, what are your plans for the future? You personally, you have a family?
I
Tell us
do. I have
tell
a
us about
family.
yourself. You have a couple of minutes to tell us
All
about
right.
your kids.
My husband and I have 6 children, and 3 of them are out of the house now.
So
We
you
just
have a little
3.
classroom in your
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah, it's like a little mini classroom. We only have 3 left at home right now. We have 2 cats, and I guess my plans are just to, keep teaching, keep being involved in the garden, and looking forward to,
Have you
seeing
taught
where
in
it all
any
goes.
other school other than Longfellow before you came to Longfellow?
I taught at Hoover Elementary in West Branch.
Hoover, in West Branch.
Yep.
How do you see teaching at Longfellow?
I enjoy Longfellow a lot. I loved my previous position as well, but I really enjoy teaching in the district where my kids go to school and that I've always been involved in. And I think Longfellow is in a great community. We have awesome students, great parents, excellent community.
You have a terrific building.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Too.
building.
It's a beautiful building, and the good thing about Longfellow that it's like an old one, but it is well preserved.
Mm-hmm.
Very well preserved. Well, this has been a wonderful occasion, a great episode to meet with you, Kelly, Lucas, and Logan. That is very impressive, especially when we focused on one activity, because when I talked to Mr. Pisarik, he said, I'm going to send you a very good project to talk about tonight. So he's interested in the success of this, so we do. And I think our audience will be very intrigued by and impressed by the presentation that our star had made tonight too. Well, thank you very much. As you know, this production is going to be on Channel 21, at Channel 18, which is our host. Public Access TV have been always generous to us. At any time we need help, they open their doors. And in the meantime, we are on YouTube and on Public Access TV website. I mean, if you tomorrow try to want to see this show, just click on Public Access TV website or YouTube, and you will see and share with your friends.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Logan. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
And our best wishes on behalf of John Karhoff and Michael Peterson and Hillary and Josh, our camera people here, as well as Mr. Sims and Josh Gooding, the director here, and Sarah Tate, all these wonderful people who are giving us all the help and support. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, have a very good night until we see Longfellow again soon.